Hi, John Mortensen, owner and operator of PetDoorStore.com, and today I'm going to show you the Fast Sash spring-loaded window pet door. Now, this is the least expensive option we have for a window installation where the window opens up and down. It has single pane glass on either side of the pet door in the center. Pet door comes in 2 types and 6 sizes. There's the dog door pet doors, which come in small, medium, and extra large. There's no large. And then there's the cat flap sizes. This one is the small or the cat flap size. And then there's what they call a hefty cat, which is about the same size as the medium dog door. And then there's the E-cat, which is the hefty cat with an electronic addition to it. So the electronic version will keep strays and that sort of thing out. It's not raccoon proof. So if you're looking for something raccoon proof, that's not it. But it does do a good job with the strays. This is a very easy to install pet door because it's spring loaded on both ends. So each end compresses 2.5 inches. This particular one goes 27 to 32, and then there's another size that goes 32 to 38, if memory serves correctly. It's very easy to install. You basically just lift the window up, set it in there, it extends out into the sides of the track, and you close the window down on top of it. Now, one problem we've been having recently is the newer vinyl windows like I've got here in my house that flip down. Now, honestly, to be truthful, I didn't realize that my windows did this when I first bought this house. The previous owner didn't tell me, and they installed the windows. And so yeah, it was just kind of, I figured this out by selling pet doors to people. So if you haven't seen these, the way they work is, open the window a little bit, pull a couple of tabs, and then the window folds down so that you can, the idea is you can clean the outside of the window without going to the outside of the house. The problem with it is that the window frame itself is about 1.25 inches wide. So it should have 1.25 inches wide track on the side here, but it doesn't, because it has to flip down. So in this case, the slot on the side is only 3/4 of an inch wide. And on some of them, they're even narrower than that. They might be 3/8 or 1/2 inch wide. And then you have a problem where the end of the pet door is wider than the slot. So you have to figure out how to put them in. I'm just going to show you one option on that today, which is to use a little bridge piece. So the edge of the pet door, let me not get ahead of myself here. The edge of the pet door has a slot in it. So you can take this, put it into the edge of the pet door, and then you can plug it into the slot on the wall side and bridge the gap there. It's really easy to do. This particular thing here is a piece of molding. I think it's for a window or a baseboard or something. I went to Home Depot, was looking in the hardware in the lumber section, and they had a table where you can use their saw to cut your trim to the right length. And I found this piece in that table there, and I went up to the front with it, and they said, we don't charge for those, so just take it. Bought some other stuff too, but that was a freebie. So, and you can use the saw while you're there to cut it. You just have to figure out how tall this is, and basically cut it to the same height as one side of that, and there you go. Let me show you really quickly how it installs. It's really simple. So you lift the window up, and get the pet door close. Okay, had a little problem with the camera there. Hopefully I didn't move it around too much when I was fixing things. But yeah, now we're going to go do the installation with these pieces of trim here. So just pull the spring load back, plug the trim into the track and into the edge of the pet door. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And we close the window down on top. Just a couple of thumb screws. Tighten those up. Same thing down at the bottom. You can't really see them, but there's 2 down there. What the thumb screws do is they lock the spring load so that they can't be compressed. Theoretically, if you could compress those, you could squeeze them in and then push, and this thing would just fall right into the house. So you do want to use the thumb screws. This particular window has two gaskets on it. There's one on the inside of the bottom of the door, and there's one on the outside of the bottom of the door. And I'm finding that they're making a really nice seal on the top of the pet door here. The pet door comes with this foam weather strip tape. It's all rolled up here and it just peels and sticks. And usually you put that right here. But in my case, I don't need it. So what I'm going to do is put it on the bottom so I'll have a better seal at the bottom. It also comes with this. There's actually two pieces of this, but this is like a squeegee blade. It's soft, about 1 inch wide, and it's got double-sided tape on it. And what you do with this is, now that you have the window open, there used to be a seal where the two frames overlap here, and now there's a spot here where you can see the air can go right through. So this is called a draft stopper, and you peel and stick it, and you stick it right on top here, or you can go to the outside and stick it to the bottom of the frame outside facing inwards. This particular window has these two locks up here. I could trim this out around the locks and all that, but I'm just going to go to the outside and stick it in on the bottom. Plus, this room here is actually my laundry room, and there's a dryer right outside the shot here. The dryer vent goes right out there, and I'm sure that all the lint and everything else would get up there and make the window look messy. So if I stick it on the outside facing in, then it'll keep all that stuff from getting up between the window frames. Very easy install, super simple pet door. Again, this is kind of the inexpensive, less weather type model. Single pane glass. I do like the cat door versions of the pet door better than the dog door versions. The dog door has a slide-in cover that blocks it off. The cat door versions have these little four-way locks, so they can be open or they can set so they only come in or only go out, or they can be completely locked. So if you want your cats to come in at night and not go back outside, you can just set it to the in-only mode, and then it'll do that. And it'll even do that in the electronic door version. So they just seem to wear a little bit longer and seal a little bit better compared to the vinyl flaps that can warp and then they have a big hole and that sort of thing. So there you go. That's basically it. If you have any questions on the Fast Sash or the other Sash pet doors, give me a call. It's 866-377-3667. Email address is sales@petdoorstore.com. If you're on the website and the chat thing pops up and you click on there and you get somebody, that person is me. We don't have a call center or anything of people answering the phone or the chat things. It's basically just me. So that'll be me, and I know all about these. I can answer any questions that you might